Let's start. Most people believe genius is something rare, a lightning strike reserved for a few chosen individuals. We hear names like Einstein, Mozart, or Serena Williams and think, they were born special. They had a gift that the rest of us don't. But David Shenk's The Genius in All of Us challenges this idea. It reveals a truth far more empowering. Genius is not born, it's made. Intelligence is not fixed, talent is not inherited. Both are processes shaped by practice, environment, mindset, and persistence. This means something powerful for you. You are not locked into the person you were yesterday. Your brain, your abilities, your very genes, they are flexible, moldable, and ready to be transformed. Stay till the end, because I will show you step by step how each chapter of this book breaks down the myth of giftedness and gives you the tools to unlock the genius inside yourself. Part 1 Foundation. In chapter number 1, Genes 2.0, How Genes Really Work, we can understand more about the true role of genes, and the importance of this chapter is realizing that genes are possibilities, not prisons. For decades we were told that genes were destiny. If your parents were intelligent, you would be intelligent. If they weren't, your fate was sealed. But modern science says otherwise. Shenk explains that genes are like light switches. They can be turned on or off depending on environment, nutrition, stress, or effort. This is epigenetics. Imagine your DNA as a piano. The notes are fixed, but the music depends on how the keys are played. Your lifestyle and practice decide which notes get played. So you are not a prisoner of your DNA. You are the composer of your genetic symphony. In chapter number 2, Intelligence is a process, not a thing, we can understand more about how the brain evolves. And the importance of this chapter is breaking free from the myth of fixed IQ. Think of intelligence not as a bucket of water, limited and fixed, but as a flowing river that can expand its banks. Every challenge you face, every new skill you attempt, every failure you learn from, it rewires your brain, strengthens your neurons, and grows your intelligence. Shenk emphasizes, intelligence is dynamic, not static. People who treat intelligence as something expandable are the ones who reach extraordinary levels of success. In chapter number 3, The End of Giftedness, we can understand more about the origins of talent, and the importance of this chapter is knowing that extraordinary ability is built, not given. Take Mozart. Many people believe he was born a prodigy, but Shenk reminds us that Mozart's father was a music teacher who started training him rigorously at an early age. Mozart's brilliance wasn't magic, it was thousands of hours of deliberate practice. The same applies to athletes like Tiger Woods or Serena Williams. They had talent, yes, but talent was the outcome of years of structured training, not some genetic lottery. Giftedness, as Shenk concludes, is a myth that stops ordinary people from trying. The truth is, we all have the capacity to develop greatness through practice. Part 2 Core Insights. In chapter number 4, The Similarities and Dissimilarities of Twins, we can understand more about nature versus nurture, and the importance of this chapter is realizing how environment sculpts potential. Twins share the same DNA, yet they often grow into very different people. Why? Because environment shapes their experiences. One may have a supportive teacher, while the other does not. One may practice a craft relentlessly, while the other takes it easy. The lesson is simple. Even with identical genes, life outcomes vary drastically depending on effort and surroundings. This means your current environment matters, and you have the power to choose, design, and upgrade it. In chapter number 5, Prodigies and Late Bloomers, we can understand more about timing, and the importance of this chapter is realizing it's never too late to bloom. Some people shine early. They are called prodigies. Others shine much later. They are called late bloomers. Both are capable of greatness. History is filled with late bloomers. Grandma Moses, who began painting seriously in her 70s. Colonel Sanders, who founded KFC after the age of 60. Albert Einstein, who didn't speak fluently until age 4 and was considered slow in school. The truth is, genius has no deadline. What matters is persistence and continued practice. In chapter number 6, Can White Men Jump? Ethnicity, genes, culture, and success, we can understand more about stereotypes, and the importance of this chapter is rejecting the false link between race and ability. People often say, Asians are naturally good at math. Africans are naturally athletic. Europeans are naturally intelligent. Shenk dismantles these myths. Science shows that culture, opportunity, and environment shape performance far more than ethnicity. For example, Kenyan runners dominate long-distance races not because of race, but because of cultural traditions, high-altitude training, and relentless practice. It's environment, not bloodline, that creates champions. So do not let stereotypes define your potential. Part 3 Transformation and Higher Meaning. In chapter number 7, How to Be a Genius, or merely great, we can understand more about the real formula for greatness, and the importance of this chapter is knowing that genius is built from habits. Shenk explains that greatness is not about sudden inspiration or rare gifts. It is about deliberate practice, the kind of training that pushes you out of your comfort zone, forces you to correct mistakes, and grows you bit by bit. If you can commit to consistent practice, feedback, and reflection, you will rise above mediocrity. Genius is not reserved for a few. It is available to all who practice deeply. In chapter number 8, How to Ruin or Inspire a Kid, we can understand more about the role of childhood environment, and the importance of this chapter is realizing how early influences shape future potential. If a child is told you're not smart enough, they internalize failure and stop trying. If a child is nurtured with curiosity and resilience, they grow into achievers. Parents, teachers, and mentors play a massive role in unlocking or destroying potential. So whether it's you or someone you guide, remember, words and encouragement matter more than you think. In chapter number 9, How to Foster a Culture of Excellence, we can understand more about collective genius, and the importance of this chapter is realizing that environments create achievers. When excellence is celebrated in families, schools, and communities, more individuals rise to greatness. For example, Silicon Valley produced so many innovators, not because Californians are genetically smarter, but because the culture rewards risk-taking, failure, and innovation. This means you too can create your own culture of excellence, at home, at work, and in your personal environment. In chapter number 10, Genes 2.1, How to Improve Your Genes, we can understand more about shaping your biology with choices, and the importance of this chapter is knowing that habits transform even your DNA. Healthy living, disciplined routines, focused practice, and resilience don't just improve skills, they literally change your genetic expression. Your daily actions are programming your body and brain for the future. The final message: you have more control over your future than you ever imagined. 5 positive transformations if applied. 1. You'll free yourself from limiting beliefs about talent. 2. You'll unlock growth by practicing deliberately and consistently. 3. You'll transform failures into stepping stones for success. 4. You'll influence others by fostering a culture of growth around you. 5. You'll take control of your destiny with purpose and discipline. 5 negative outcomes if ignored. 1. You'll remain stuck in mediocrity, blaming genes or luck. 2. You'll let stereotypes decide what you can or cannot do. 3. You'll ignore opportunities to bloom even later in life. 4. You'll surrender to failure instead of using it as a teacher. 5. You'll waste your potential by living under the myth of giftedness. 5 practical actions this week. 1. Start 1 hour of focused, deliberate practice in your chosen field. 2. Journal your failures and write what you've learned from each. 3. Surround yourself with one mentor, coach, or accountability partner. 4. Replace self-limiting labels with empowering affirmations. 5. Design your environment, books, habits, people to support growth. CLOSING line. Genius is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Every choice, every habit, every hour of practice shapes your future. So don't wait. Start today. Nurture your potential, push your limits, and build the genius inside you. If this inspired you, hit subscribe and join me for more powerful book breakdowns every week.